Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library, and I have not technically a box, but a little pile of teen books. So I will go through this and for you, starting with Solitaire by Alice Oseman, probably most famous for writing Heartstopper, which was, I think, a series of graphic novels that became a Netflix series. But this is prose, and it is about a girl who is just like very over everything. It says, when you want to be alone, other people always get in the way. She's worried, but then the world has other ideas. It says, a random post-it leads her on a trail left by someone going by the name Solitaire. The person wants to disrupt the school, which she doesn't find cool because it will disrupt her life. And then that Solitaire somehow draws a boy named Michael Holden into Tori's path, and then he doesn't want to leave because she doesn't care about him at all. I feel like it doesn't have a question mark, but I feel like maybe there's a question mark, like maybe she will start to care about him. We have a new Jennifer Donnelly beauty. Oh no, it's called Beastly Beauty. Sorry, it was like a little hard to read that title. I remember when Jennifer Donnelly first came out with Northern Light, like so long ago, and we were all like, that is such a good book. I haven't kept up with all her books, but I know that she is a very solid writer. It says, what makes a girl beastly? Ooh. Um, so this is about a girl, it sounds like in sort of a fantasy, maybe like Regency era society, where she like is ambitious, but her parents just want her to be sweet and compliant. um and then she ends up being trapped in a castle. I think I see what's going on here. It's like Beauty and the Beast, but like gender reversed. We have a Margaret Hesse, The Brightwood Code. Love this cover. Looks like a spy novel. um, Says, 7 months ago, Ida was on the World War I front lines as one of 200 Hello Girls, female switchboard operators employed by the U.S. Army. Um, she had to memorize secret connection codes. Wow, this all sounds really interesting, actually. And then she's back in Washington, D.C., working as a telephone operator, trying to forget her time in France. And then she gets a cryptic code phone call from a stranger who knows a code word, and then she has to confront her past. Another great cover. We have The Vanishing Station by Anna Ellickson. This is 18-year-old Filipino American Ruby Santos has been unmoored since her mother's death. She wanted to go to art school, but they don't have any money, and they're trying to pay back the hospital bills. And then she finds out her father has been living a secret life as a delivery person who jumps train lines in a magical underworld to help deliver packages. And then he's having problems with alcohol. He's fallen behind on deliveries. And so she decides to take over his contracts and help deliver these magical passages by jumping on these magical trains. That sounds fun. We have Anne Liang. I hope this doesn't find you. Ooh, a nice evocative title. So this is about a main character who is, quote, perfect on paper, school captain, valedictorian. So she's a model student. Um, she channels all her frustrations into email drafts. Oh, that is a dangerous place if you accidentally get an address in there. And then her most vehemently worded emails are directed to her infuriating co-captain, Julius Gong. Co-captain of what? It doesn't say. Arrogance. He's arrogant and competitive. Um, and then all of those emails actually get sent out. Did she put emails in the address field? I'm so worried for her. Okay. The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson, who wrote A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Lights, camera, lies. 18-year-old Belle has lived a whole life in her shadow of her mom's mysterious disappearance. Oh my gosh, her mom disappeared 16 years ago. She was the only witness, but she was only 2, so she can't remembers. And then, the case gets dragged up when they agree to a true crime documentary. This has become common recently, I think, because there are a lot of true crime documentaries and true crime podcasts, and so there's been a lot of like one meta level up where it's sort of like about the podcast or about the show. And I've read a couple of them, and it's a good way to go. So that was it. That was my pile, and we will get these out onto the shelf and be back with more.